All right, so this is the triangle inequality theorem. You actually didn't do too badly on this part. It was the ordering that we had trouble with. So the triangle inequality property, there were three inequalities that we had to double check. We had to take any two sides, so like A and B, we had to add them together, and it had to be bigger than C. And then we have to check A and C, add those together, see if it's bigger than B. And then we add B and C together and see if it's bigger than A. And if it's bigger, then we can form a triangle with it. Okay? So, getting to the examples, because you really didn't miss much of this one, but I'm going to do an example just in case. Are the side lengths 8, 15, and 18 possible to make a triangle? So, I like to go in order, so I'm going to start with 8, and I'm going to check. Does 8 plus 15, is that greater than 18? And I can do a mental math check. That's 23. Yes. Okay, then I'm going to move to the middle. So I'm going to do those two. 15 plus 18 has to be greater than the first one, 8. Well, they're both greater than 8, so yes, that checks out. And then I do the last one plus the first one and see if that's greater than the middle one. Is 18 plus 5 greater than 15? And yes, 18 is greater than 15, so it is. So yes, this can be a triangle. Okay? The other type of problem you had, which you did very well on, is what is the range of the third side of a triangle given sides 10 and 22? Okay, so we have our side. It's got to be less than a number and greater than a number. That's the range. Okay, this one is our max. And we get that by taking our two sides and adding them together. So 10 plus 22, I add them together, it's 32. So it has to be less than 32. And then our other number is going to be the minimum number. That's going to be the smallest number. So I take 22 because it's bigger, and I subtract 10. So I subtract them, and 22 minus 10 is 12. So that's my minimum number. So the range has to be between 12 and 32. Has to be less than 32, but greater than 12. Okay, but you guys did pretty good on that one. It's this next one that we need work with. So, you had trouble ordering. I don't know if you just didn't pay attention to what was being asked, because I saw when it said order the angles, you told me the sides. Or when you told me the angles, you didn't give me the correct order. So, this graphic here kind of is color-coded. If this is the small angle for angle A, it's color-coded green. Then directly across from it on the opposite side, that green side, that's the short side. Okay, so the smaller the angle, the shorter the side. Just like when I opened and closed my classroom door, the smaller the angle I made, the shorter the distance between the door and the door jamb. Here's my middle angle. It's right in the middle, so it's in between the small and the large one, and directly in the opposite direction, color-coded in red with it. That's the middle side. And then we have the biggest angle highlighted in orange here. It's going to be directly across the longest side, which is also highlighted in orange. So take a minute to study this, pause the video, do what you need to do. The smaller the angle, the shorter the side. The larger the angle, the longer the side. It also works vice versa. So if I have long sides, then I know that's across from the biggest angle. So it does work vice versa as well. So here's our examples. List the sides in order from shortest to longest. Shortest to longest. Okay, well first I'm missing an angle measure, so I do need to figure that out. And luckily we know the triangle sum theorem. So I'm going to add 62 and 83 together. That gives me 145. And then I'm going to subtract that from 180. So 180 minus 145, that's going to give me 35 degrees. So I know angle C is 35 degrees. And I want shortest to longest. And I want the sides. Please pay attention to what it's asking. I want the sides, not the angles. But I get it from there. So out of these three angles, my shortest side is going to be across my smallest angle. My smallest angle is the 35. So the smallest or shortest side is going to be directly across from it, and that's going to be AB. Okay? Those correspond to one another. So AB is my shortest side. Let's see, my middle angle. My middle angle is going to be the 62. So my middle angle is going to be, the middle side is going to be directly opposite. So that is going to be BC. So my middle side is BC. And then I have my largest angle, 83, and directly across from it, it's going to be that longest side, because it's the larger angle is the longest side, and that's going to be AC. So that's the order of these sides, longest to shortest. Okay, on my other example here, again, I'm missing angle B, so I'm going to take 44 and 47 using that triangle sum theorem. I get 11, I get 91, and 180 minus 91, that gives me 89 degrees. So angle B is 89 degrees. Again, I want to go shortest to longest. So if I'm looking at my angle measures, my smallest angle is 44, which means my shortest side is going to be directly across from it at BC. So this is going to be my shortest side. So BC is my shortest side. Okay, then I'm going to look at my next one. My next angle after 44 is going to be 47. And that means directly opposite that angle is going to be the middle side. So the middle side is going to be AB. Then I have my largest angle, which we found to be 89. 89 is my largest angle, so directly across from that is going to be the longest side, and that's going to be AC. And there's that triangle inequality at work and to help us order the sides from shortest to longest. Okay, next is the vice versa. Now I want to list the angles, so here's my keyword here. This time I want to go largest to smallest. Largest to smallest. So I need to pay attention to that order now. List the angles. So I don't have any angle measures, but as we knew from the previous example, if the longer the side, the larger the angle. The shorter the side, the smaller the angle. So I have 4, 5, and 6. So 6 is my longest side, and that means directly opposite is going to be my largest angle. So that's going to be angle B here. So angle B is going to be my largest angle. My next side, between 4 and 5, going from largest to smallest, is going to be 5. And that is angle directly across from that is going to be A. So A is my medium angle. So it's going to be angle A. And then we have our shortest side. That's going to be 4. And directly in the opposite direction is angle C. So angle C is going to be our smallest angle. And there's our order from largest to smallest. Angle B, angle A, angle C. Similarly, we're going to do that with our next example. It still lists the angles from largest to smallest. So I want to find my longest side. That's going to be 11. And I need to look at the angle directly opposite of it. That's going to be angle B. So that means angle B is my largest angle. Okay, moving on down. After 11, going from greatest to least, between 8 and 5, 8 would be next. And in the opposite direction of 8 is angle C. So angle C would be my medium angle. And then we have our shortest side, which is 5. And in the direct opposite direction is angle A. So that means angle A is our smallest angle. So the order of these angles go angle B, angle C, and angle A. Okay, so now it's going to be your turn. You're going to answer these questions on your own, and these are the only questions that are going to count towards the retest. So, good luck.